What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, DeMoose out, more than just a pen. Gang, gang. Today we are doing another story time. Hey, my vocals are on point, you know. Anyways, today we are gonna. What's the question? What's the question today? Because I got a couple questions on my phone. I think the first question the question we need to do today is, how did I find my passion? You know, my passion for art. I think there's some indications on when you're passionate about something. Like if it's something that you do when no one's looking, that's a signal that this is something that you're very passionate about, because you will do it even if no one was watching. If it makes you feel a certain type of emotion, like a really happy emotion, calm emotion type of situation, it can be passion. Right now I'm just mentioning things that could be that can lead to the whole passion thing. What else? You can't stop thinking about it, pretty much. That can mean you're passionate. Oh, I mean, can you mean you're just an addict? If you can't stop thinking about it. But you guys know what I mean. Like you just can't wait to do it. Like, you know what I mean? It sounds like an addict type of thing. But you're feeling me, right? Yeah, you understand? Understand? Alright, cool. But yeah, there's different type of things that you have to kind of go through in order to be like, you know what? Like, I feel like you need to go through hard times to know if you're actually passionate about the thing. I feel like that's how you discover passion, because because a lot of people do end up just doing something and they're like, I'm passionate about it, and then as soon as something happens or something hard happens, so they get a bump in the road, they automatically quit it. If you're passionate about something, the word quit does not exist. It doesn't happen. You know what I mean? If you're truly passionate about something, it doesn't matter how many hits you take here, left, right, and center, it doesn't matter. You are still going to carry on doing that thing because it's passion. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean. That you have to go through certain things in order to know if you're passionate about it. It's not something you can just wake up and know, oh, I'm passionate about. It doesn't happen like that. I think passion is developed over time. And me, this is how my one went about. Obviously from a young age, around 2, luckily my mom was able to tell me this before she passed away last year. Mama, I miss you, man. She's resting well though. I know. I can feel it. You know when you can feel that someone's resting well. She's sipping on that good man wine, fam. I'm telling you. She's sitting there just chilling, looking down at her boys like, I see you guys. I see you. She guided me, but it's cool. Yeah, when I was 2, she said that the only way to keep me quiet when she went to visit her friends and stuff like that was like, as soon as we walked to the house, she would have to tell them, do you have paper and pencil or pen, whatever, something just to draw with, innit? So that was literally like her go-to. As soon as I come in a house or something, because I was a reckless kid, man, was like, you know, I was like Sonic the Flash. I was just like all over the place, you know, climbing walls. And no, I wasn't climbing walls. Could I climb walls? Nah, I couldn't. That means I was Spider-Man if I could climb walls. That should have been my passion then. If I could climb walls. I don't like heights though, so that doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. But yeah, that was her go-to. So obviously, years after years after years, doing this thing to calm me down. Over the years, it kind of became my therapy. You know what I mean? It kind of came like a thing that I would do to be in a calm space, to be my world. This is my time. You know what I'm saying? This is Moose's time. He's in that zone. You know what I mean? So growing up in primary school, like I would finish school, instead of going out to play with the kids and whatnot, I would probably go to the library, sit there for a couple hours, drawing out of comic books and stuff like that. That's why I always mention that Stanley is like one of the main reasons why I approached the ballpoint pen, because they had these dark lines and everything, and I wasn't getting that with pencil. But yeah, like drawing in comic books and stuff, I used to print out images and draw from them and stuff like that. But yeah, that was like my thing. Finish school, go to the library. At this point, I was getting some recognition from like people seeing me draw in the library. People will come in and be like, oh, you're good at drawing. You know what I mean? As a kid, you're not really acknowledging it, but you take it on. You're like, oh, thank you, you know, like that. I think you start taking it more seriously when it's coming outside of your family. When it's your family, you're like, they're just saying that to be nice. You know what I mean? That's what, I don't know, that's how I was thinking as a kid. Maybe you lot are different, but as a kid, I was thinking, my mom's just saying this to be nice. I know she's saying this to be nice, you know? But when you start hearing it from the outside, you know, other people and stuff, you know, people that are different, you know, different races, just different people in general, just saying, yo, you got something. You know what I mean? You got something right here. This ain't no joke, you know? And then the fact that they'll see me draw freehand and stuff, like it wasn't like the traditional like grid, or I would trace the image or anything like that. It was just, I would just pick the pen or pencil, whatever, and just draw. And for them, it was like, they ain't never seen this before. So I kind of got that. I was like, okay, what's going on here? And in my school, primary school, I don't know if some of you guys know, show and tell is literally when you stand in front of assembly, the whole school basically, and you showcase your talent or whatever it is that you have. I had to do that like on a weekly basis. You know, every like Monday, the school was like, okay, so what did he draw this weekend? We want to see. And I'll be like, you know, that kid that's hiding his drawings, like, you guys ain't seen this yet, not yet. You know, I said, I took my time on this bad boy, you ain't seen it yet. So I'll be hiding it, you know, keeping it in my bag and that, and come to assembly, I'll be doing, you know, that reveal just to see people's faces. I used to get gassed. I'm telling you, I was a gas kid. I used to be like, oh shit, Mr. Then gave it to them this time. They likes this one, they likes this one. Oh my, yeah. So those were good times. So yeah, show and tell and all that stuff. So I was like, okay, damn. Teachers as well were like, yeah, like, can you draw this piece for me? I'm like 8 at this time, 8 years old. You know what I mean? I'm getting this kind of recognition. I was like, I have something here. You know what I mean? And for me, doing drawings for people and I started taking commissions at 8 around my area. I used to do drawings for like 50p, cartoon drawings and all that stuff for like 50p. So I've been like an entrepreneur since young, you know. Man, I was making a business and that. Man, I was making them mutuals pounds because I lived in the UK. So I was making the mutuals pounds. Right now I'm making those mutuals kronas. But I was making those mutuals pounds back in the UK, pennies. It wasn't even pounds, it was pennies. But I could have done it for free. But you know, they offered to pay me and I was a kid. I was like, yo, I want my sweets. Do you know what I mean? I want my frogs. Yeah, you remember frogs were like 10p? I don't know if you're from the UK, but frogs were like 10p. Now they're like £1 something. That's how you know this shit is a joke. It's ridiculous, fam. A little chocolate bar like this, yeah? Man, frog and that cost like 10p back in the day. Those were the good times. Now you're paying £1. So it's actually laughable. It's laughable. Hey, UK. What am I hearing about UK? No VAT. Sorry? No VAT in the UK. Nando's and that costing pennies. Let's not talk about food. Right now, we're Musa. We're talking about your passion. Food is my passion. Food. I love food. Where was I, man? See what happens when you start talking about Nando's. Where was I? Where? Entrepreneur. That's what I was saying. I started selling drawings around the neighborhood and that. You know, I used to teach people as well. You know, people used to be like, "Mister, show me how to draw," and that. Library. Meet me at my spot. The library. 4 o'clock. Meet me there. Be there or be square. That's how I used to be back in the day. If you turn up, cool. If you didn't turn up, I'ma still sit there and draw. So yeah, I used to do this. This was at like 8 years old. And then years go by. I'm drawing, selling, basically building up my portfolio and that. And that it was pretty much around that time that I knew that art was my thing. It was the thing that made me feel like nothing else. You know, I love football, I love sports and everything, and I did play football when I was younger. You know what I mean? It was to the point where I wanted to become a professional, but it did not make me feel the way that art made me feel. Like, everything I've been through in my life, art is the one thing that has just remained like solid, and it's just it's you know, you can't explain it. I can try and explain it to you, but you won't get it. Even for the artist of the artists, you might get a little bit, but the way it makes me feel and the way that art makes you feel is totally different. You know, we're all different people. Things make us feel different, and the way art makes me feel, I don't know what I'll do without it. That's what I can really say. That's the best way to describe it. If I didn't have it, I wouldn't know what to do. If I lost my right hand, I would learn how to draw my left hand. If I lost my left hand, I'll learn how to draw my feet. If I lost my feet, learn how to draw my mouth. Pretty much, there's no stopping me. You know what I mean? I will figure it out type of way. That's the kind of mentality I have when it comes to art. So yeah, years go by and everything, and the passion just kept on building up more and more and more. I think it was around just before I finished uni that I decided to approach, like to actually attack it, become a full-time artist. Like when I first came to Denmark 6 years ago, once I finished uni, I was like to my mum, I'm coming back to help her out and all that stuff. Basically come back and help her out. With my little brother, the one I'm living with right now, us two. And when I came here, it was like, okay, you got a graphic design degree. What are you going to do with it? And I was like, you know what? I like graphic design. I love it. I still do it, technically speaking. You know, I'm always designing. Even when you're designing thumbnails and stuff like that, I'm still designing. Merch designing, you know what I mean? So I still use it on a daily basis. Photoshop, Adobe, Premiere Pro. You know, I'm still using the apps, Illustrator. So it wasn't a waste for me. But it was more like, okay, I come here, language, you got to learn Danish, all that stuff. And I was like, you know what, let me, I couldn't get a job basically because everyone was like, you need to speak Danish. I was like, but I'm a graphic designer. I design. If you've got an editor and whatnot, they can translate into English. But the designing part, I can do. Hello. But, you know, I was like, you know what, you ain't going to waste my time. You know what I mean? Brother ain't got time to waste. We ain't doing that here. I want to got myself a nice, juicy part-time job. You know what I mean? Working at McDonald's. Totally different to art. McDonald's. I heard McDonald's was one of the best jobs here in Denmark. And it is. I'm not even going to lie. I didn't want to leave. Do you know what I'm saying? It was an amazing experience. Everyone around there, all my work colleagues, great people around my age as well. And it was just a good energy, good vibe. Totally different to art is making food and stuff. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to do something that was exactly what I'm doing at home. So I did that for 4 years whilst working on my passion. So that was literally for me. It was like, go work your 8 hours, boom, boom, boom. But the real work starts when I come home. You know what I mean? Come home, grind until like 2, 3 in the morning. And I have to wake up at like 7, 8 to go back to work. But it was worth it. Because look at where I am today. I am here working from home. It's happening. I'm working from home right now. And obviously I'm grateful. But also I'm in the back of my head, like, you put in the time. Like, you sacrificed a lot. Like, I came to Denmark. I've lived there for 6 years. I have 0 friends. I have obviously people that I know and stuff. But I don't have friends in this country. I literally came here and just worked. It was literally, I'm here. I'm hungry. I'm hungry to be an artist. And that's what I want to do. So I literally came here with the intention of work, come home, work some more. And that was my daily routine for 5 years. 6 years now. I'm still doing that. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've got a few people that I know and stuff, but hanging out, I don't hang out with people. Like, I just don't. I'm an introvert like that. You know what I'm saying? Man, I don't like going out in general. I love my time. I love my space and everything. But yeah, basically the passions build up to the point where it's now like, this is my job. I love it. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. And I'm also wise enough to know that if I want to keep it like this, I gotta work my ass off. It's just, you know what I mean? There's no sugarcoating it. I gotta grind. I gotta put in those hours. You know what I mean? Some days I'm gonna have to do sleepless nights. It's just part of it. And again, I'm still adapting to this whole working from home life. It's tough. It's not as easy as people might want it to be. But all I can say is this one thing: if you ain't got discipline, don't do it. That's the easiest way to say it. If you know you ain't got discipline, don't even try. Give it up. You know what I mean? You won't last. This stuff takes a lot of discipline. Fun. You know what I mean? And I find myself as a disciplined person. A lot of people say I'm a disciplined person, and I'm finding it tough. Do you know what I mean? So if you don't have discipline, my advice to you is keep a hold of your part-time job and still keep working on your craft. And when you feel like you know you've got enough discipline, you will make the step. Like, no one will have to tell you, take the chance and just attack it. You know, you will know that, okay, I'm ready. But until then, don't do it. You know what I mean? And I feel like for me as well, when my mom passed away, it was more of a wake up call. It was like, Musa, yo, like, I know you love this job and everything, but your passion, fam, like the thing that makes you smile, makes you happy, makes you wake up every day, you need to go for it. Type of, like it clicked, something just clicked in my brain, like you need to give it everything now, like everything. Do you know what I mean? Because like my mom only got what, 53 years. That's not a long time. That really ain't a long time. That's not a long. That's like in today's world. That's not a long life. That's pretty much half your life. That's all you lived. And for me, I was like, I can't take that risk no more. Like for me, it's like it's more of a risk not going after my dream than quitting my job and going after my dream. That was less of a risk for me. For me, that I felt like that was a less of a risk than going out and just keeping this secure job. And for me, it was like that's way more risky. If that makes, I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. You know what I mean? It was like I just had to do it. I just had to do it. If it means I live on bare minimum, I don't care. As long as I'm waking up every day and I'm happy with my passion and I got a roof over my head, I got food to eat, I got a bed to sleep in, I'm good. I don't need anything else. Like, you know what I mean? Anything else is just a luxury. Do you know what I mean? Having a car, having a this, having a that. I don't need it. Keep it all. I've got legs. I can walk. It's cool. But yeah, I'm just going on. But yeah, I found my passion pretty much over years, and it's just developed, and now to the point where I wake up every day living my passion. And again, I owe it all to you guys. You know what I mean? Don't sit there thinking, oh, I just did this by myself. Majority of the time, you know, you can't get far in life without other people. I'm not gonna lie. I can't even say, oh, I did it everything. It was just me. No, it wasn't. Your support, you guys watching my videos, sharing my videos, liking my videos, all that stuff has got me where I am. You know what I mean? All the jobs and everything I've got, people finding me through YouTube, is because of you guys. You guys are taking the time out of your day to watch my content. Do you know what I mean? And I can't thank you guys enough. You've literally changed my life, and I appreciate it. Like I can't even say it. You know what I mean? Even when I'm uploading like every day, if I ain't been uploading in a while, I feel a certain type of way. I'm like, yo, like my peoples, gang, more than just a pen. You know, I ain't giving them the content. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, just thank you guys. Thank you so much. And hopefully I didn't babble too much. But I do like these talks. It's almost therapeutic as well, you know. It's just me just expressing myself and just getting it out there. Just talking to a camera, but it's people. Oh, man. You just got to keep going. Keep trying to improve, you know what I mean? Trying to get better. And keep loving life. That's my motto. We only got the one life. Gotta make the most of it. Gots to make the most of it. Anyways, I'm gonna end it here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this talk. If you guys do have any questions on, you know, story time that you guys want to hear, I'm here. I'm here to hit you with the story times. I will catch you guys next week, Sunday, for another story time. We out. Peace.